Greetings, this is Stan. And well, as we begin the month of May in 2022, when indeed the world is in a major mess, what are we going to do to perhaps live better and perhaps make it a better world? Well, we're going to press on and do that. Many years ago, my daughter caught me and hit me and taught me, and it still is with me. Now, she didn't physically hit me, though perhaps I deserved it from time to time. But my daughter Megan is a very talented woman, very independent. She's a writer in her own right, making her way in New York City. And one of my first books that I put out was a book on how to market yourself. It was called You Make the Difference, and it was called a performance guide on how to market you. And it was particularly for those people who were in the financial services sector, and it was pretty well received. I didn't make a living on it by far, but I made a little bit of money on it. And as I look back at it, it's still a pretty good book. Certainly needs to be revised and renewed. But many of the ideas were what they say in the business are evergreen. They can last for a long time. They're a little bit timeless, but there it is. Well, sometime after that, I said to Megan, that went pretty well. Maybe I should write another book on how to market, on marketing. A lot of people are writing books on marketing. I've got some good ideas. I think I'll do that. And she said, Dad, hey, yes, you could do that, Dad. You could write a book on marketing, and it would probably be better than most of the other books. But Dad, does the world need another book on marketing? Does the world need another blank book on marketing? Dad, write the book that only you can write. Only you can do that. And that has struck me, and I pass that strike on to you. Think about that. You have some unique gifts and abilities. What is the one thing that only you could do? Only you. You're unique. You're gifted. You may have the spirit force deep inside of you, and you've got some creativity. You know how to work hard. What is the thing that only you could do? And then why aren't you doing that? What is the only thing that you are the only one who can do? Well, that's part of my challenge. And the reason I'm saying that is I have a good book here. It's called Make Noise, and it's written by a gentleman named, I don't know him, but he's been recommended to me, Eric Nuzum. Now, the reason I'm reading this book is because in some ways, the whole idea of podcasting I invented a number of years ago when I started passing out cassettes to people. I made little 10-minute radio programs on cassettes, and I passed them out. And many of them were actually very personal cassettes. I could just say, hey, I made this little radio program just for you. It was one of my most effective marketing ideas. Remember cassettes? Well, some of you do. Well, of course, what has happened now is I don't need cassettes. Through the internet, we can pass on audio files all over the world. As I just put one to my friend in India this morning. Took me about 25 seconds, and he has an audio file to work on, and he'll do that, and he'll get it back to me, perhaps tonight. Easy to exchange those things. But here's the deal. I've read a lot of the books on podcasting, and I want to put together not a book, but a program, a performance. Did you get the difference? There's a book, and I want to do a program and a performance. But what I'm looking for is, are any of the books doing the one thing that I think that only I can do? He may get it. He may have it. But I'd like to find out first. So when I start my presentation and my program and my project, I want to do it in such a way that it is the only one just like it in the world. It's the thing that perhaps only I can do. Now, if I do it well, somebody will copy it soon, and then, of course, I won't be the only one doing that. But maybe I was the first one to it. Maybe I was the innovator of that idea, and that certainly won't make me an income for sure, but it will be something in which I've lived out my calling, which is to be a creator of new ideas. I believe God's called me to be a part of that. And through my teaching and broadcasting career, I think I've worked hard at doing that. It takes a lot of work, particularly for someone like me who is such an introvert, to actually get up and speak and use a microphone and a camera and put yourself out there around the world. So I'm going to read the book, and then I'm going to start my program on how you, with your unique gifts, can learn how to say and speak your wisdom. To say, speak, and share your wisdom with others on the worldwide miracle of modern radio. That's what I'm going to do, and I think I can do it well. So that's what I'm pressing forward. But my challenge is for me to do that, but my challenge is for you to ask the question, what is the book that only you could write? What is the program, the presentation that only you could give? What is the contribution to the benefit of the community you live in, the business you serve, the world we share, that only you could really do? Think about that. Give that some thought, because that may be the thing that you may want to learn and start to do in this month of May 22. I'll be helping you do just that, and I trust it'll go well for us as we do it together. Always close with a benediction. Again, so all the best and blessings to you, and may you find that unique part of your own mind, heart, and spirit that only you have and only you can share. Bye for now. Please reach out to us. I'm Stan Houston. StanHouston@gmail.com, witradio.net, 520-664-7002, USA.